But I'll tell you what, the most organized, meticulous person I know. So when I got this job, the first guy I thought of was Justin Leonard.
That one sentence tells you everything about this decision, and also what Jim Furyk is trying to fix before the Ryder Cup even begins. Because this wasn't just an announcement, it was a signal. When Furyk confirmed Justin Leonard and Stewart Cink as his assistants for the 2027 Ryder Cup, it looked like a standard move. Every captain builds a team. That part is expected. But the names matter, and in this case, both of these players weren't just options for assistant roles. They were serious candidates to be captain themselves. Instead, they're now part of Furyk's inner circle. And in Ryder Cup structure, that usually means one thing. This is not just about 2027. This is about what comes after it. Justin Leonard's role stands out immediately, and Furyk made that clear without over-explaining it.
And he was my right-hand man in Montreal.
That's not a casual label. That's control, planning, structure. Leonard brings something very specific into this team, and it's not just experience, it's discipline. The kind of preparation that becomes critical when you're playing in Europe, where nothing feels comfortable and every small mistake gets amplified. But Leonard isn't just about organization. He's part of one of the most defining moments in Ryder Cup history. Back in 1999 at Brookline, he made the putt. A 45-foot birdie that didn't just win a hole. It flipped the entire event and sealed one of the biggest comebacks the United States has ever had. That's not theory. Best pressure, lived in real time. And now he's back inside the team structure, not as a player, but as someone helping shape how this group prepares for that same kind of environment. I am truly honored to be chosen as one of Jim's vice captains for the 2027 Ryder Cup. The Ryder Cup provided many of the greatest moments of my career, and I am eager to jump in and help our team as we prepare for Ireland. That line matters, because it tells you exactly how he sees this role, not as a title, as responsibility. Stewart Cink brings a different kind of value, and it's just as important. He's been through the Ryder Cup repeatedly. 5 consecutive teams, a win in 2008, and more recently, he's already worked as an assistant captain in Europe in 2023. And that part matters more than anything, because that was a loss to us, a heavy one. The matches in Ireland next year will be a significant test, and we are ready to meet it head-on. Under Jim's leadership, I know we will be prepared and ready to reclaim the cup at Adare Manor. That's not hype. That's understanding what this actually is. Because this is the real context behind everything. The United States hasn't won a Ryder Cup in Europe since 1993. That's over 30 years of trying, adjusting, rebuilding, and still walking into the same result when the event moves overseas. That's the problem Furyk is trying to solve, and he knows it from experience. He's been part of this event continuously since 1997. Player, assistant, captain. He's seen every version of it, including the loss in Paris in 2018 when he was leading the team. So this time, the approach is different. Not louder, more controlled. Meanwhile, Europe isn't changing anything. Luke Donald returns again as captain, with a chance to win 3 consecutive Ryder Cups. That kind of continuity creates an advantage. The system stays intact. The identity doesn't shift. The United States doesn't have that. It's still trying to build it. That's why these assistant selections matter more than they look. Leonard brings structure. Cink brings experience from both sides, winning and losing. And Furyk is trying to build something that can finally handle playing in Europe without collapsing under pressure. But there's another layer here, because assistant captains don't just help, they position themselves. Most future Ryder Cup captains pass through this exact role first. So while Furyk is leading in 2027, Leonard and Cink are also being tested in a different way. Not publicly, but internally. And that's how this works. The next captain usually isn't announced, he's already in the room. That's what this decision really tells you, not just how the US team is preparing for Ireland, but who might be leading it next.